Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down, 8. They're going to look to throw. They'll buy some time right, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Detroit! Here we go now.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down. It's Pumphrey on the toss, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Over the middle, complete. That's Fernandez. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And now running right through it. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on 4th down? Let's see. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bud Dupree in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Seahawks send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back, I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Hard throw, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Seahawks on 3rd down, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Back back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Keeps himself upright. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff as they run left side. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Call it a gain of 5. And it goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go, Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Clean, that guy in that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Anthony Barr in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Now back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Ohio.
They'll come out in the pistol. Kaiser. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. And an alley to run. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, Scott, and he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They're going to try and throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now Kaiser. He sets to fire deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Room here to run. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They'll set up a throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fernandez. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking to throw. And this one's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now they try the right side here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
They've got his man complete. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup at 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Here we go, Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a third down. Kaiser now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Seattle first.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Bud Dupree able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here we go. Over.
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
All right, now. Over. Hurry up, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Here's Kaiser, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Redskins.
That's correct. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll drop the throw. Sliding out of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Arizona, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.